Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this afternoon mountain weather update. First stop on this Monday afternoon is Utah, southern Idaho, Nevada. Look at these afternoon thunderstorms popping up on live radar. We saw this happen yesterday in the storms with some pretty big thunderstorms around Salt Lake and the Wasatch. But this is the pattern I talked about yesterday. We're going to see this afternoon thunderstorm pattern engage for the rest of this week, and there are some prime days, and I'll show you those coming up. But this is just looking at the longer term, what we will see most afternoons through the rest of May, June, especially July, and also August. With the heating of the day and just latent moisture in the atmosphere. Let me take you in just a little bit closer to some of these thunderstorms this afternoon. There's Nevada, southern Idaho, a couple on the south end around Provo coming off of the western side of the mountains there. Not a ton over the Wasatch. Some moving across, looks like the high Uintas. Let me take you into Colorado, and we've got some afternoon thunderstorms popping up here as well. Let me zoom out. You can see it. So what typically happens here with the heating of the day, the storms will pop up over the mountains. There's a couple around Avon and Vail. And as the day wears on, they'll start to break loose and move to the east. The westerlies will push the storms to the east, and that's what we're seeing happen here today. There are some days later this week, like Wednesday, Thursday, maybe early Friday, where we could see extra thunderstorms with extra moisture in the atmosphere, a rich flow coming in. So that's radar. Let me take you into high above that and show you what it looks like on a live cam. I showed you this cam yesterday from the top of a basin looking to the west, southwest. You can see Breckenridge Ski Area in the distance. But today, we actually have the storms, and you can see the rain shafts coming down, probably some snow mixed in with that at the very highest of elevations. And look at all the snow still intact with the snowpack. We are going to see a rapid acceleration of snow melt this week with warm air surging in. That's going to push the freezing levels up very high. So let me show you my bullet points. So rapid snow melt coming, high freezing levels, and I'll detail those coming up, and a rich flow of moisture. We're seeing that today, and then again Wednesday, Thursday, and early Friday. So that's what we're going to cover in this particular update. All right, let me take you into some of the details. Rapid snowmelt, rich moisture, rain and thunderstorm pattern kicking in. So the forecast freezing levels. Wasatch Mountains. I detailed the Wasatch, the Tetons, and the Central Mountains of Colorado. Look at the freezing levels today through the end of the week. By day, we're looking at 13.5, 13.6, way above the top of the Wasatch. And even at night for 3 mornings, we're looking at 24/7 melting. Very high snow levels in the Wasatch. So big surge of moisture, big surge of water, of snowmelt going to feed into the rivers and streams coming. Colorado Central Mountains, we're looking at look at this, by Tuesday and Wednesday at the top of the 14ers and beyond, high 32-degree line. Even at night, we could be looking at a lot of freezing or a lot of snowmelt with the freezing line above tree line. A lot of snowmelt. Teton Range. High freezing levels up to 13, 13.1, 13.8 by the end of the week. So we're melting past the Grand Teton by the end of the week. All right, so what's the deal? Well, there's a lot of snow remaining. Many of these basins, and you can take a look at this map. This is the percentage, the snow water equivalent percentage of the 30-year mean. And, across the Tetons, it's over 100%. Of the 30-year mean. So there's a lot of snow to melt. In the Wind Rivers, it's similar, above 100%. Looking at Colorado, a number of western slope places are well above 100%. West of the Continental Divide. And specifically, the southern mountains, the San Juans, are 212. A lot of snow to melt. Utah, tons of snow to melt. 200, 300, 400% of normal. It was a record winter, and a lot of that's going to start to come off. Forecast pattern, and I'll take this full. So by 5:18, 5:17, 5:18, the next surge of moisture comes in, partially in response to this front that's going to be diving down. It's a little bit of that jet energy in blue sliding through Montana, Wyoming, Colorado. That'll help to kind of to funnel in and focus some of that moisture that's going to come in on 5:18. And let me show you what kind of rich moisture I'm talking about. So this is precipitable water, percentage of normal, a deviation. And we're looking at some cases in blue, light blue, 200% of normal moisture. precipitable water. This is what will help to force and develop these afternoon storms, and it's rich. Arizona, New Mexico, southern Utah, Colorado. So again, that happens Wednesday, Thursday, early Friday. Forecast timing into all this. Forecast radar and satellite Tuesday morning is dry. In the afternoon, shower storms. You can see them flash. Again, that's going to happen Wednesday in the afternoon, Thursday especially, and then potentially into Friday morning over Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona. And even on Saturday afternoon, there's still some of that afternoon variety popping up over the higher terrain. So that's what lies ahead. Very little of this is going to fall as snow because it's just so warm around the clock now. I mean, I've got an inch here and there in a couple of places, and I'll take that full so you can see it, but this is really not the deal. I mean, obviously this time of the year, snow just falls way off, and we're doing a ton more melting than accumulating, and that's what happens in springtime. So there you go, guys. Rich flow, lots of melting going on. Thanks for tuning in here to this update. Always appreciate it.